Penguin. It's all you.
I thought you were gonna add 2 of them.
I did.
Welcome everybody to Detour Ahead. I am the backup plan that has arrived.
Penguinmage. She's
Penguinmage
back.
is back for her second episode.
He's back, and there's no Mo Diggity this time, so maybe she'll actually
Steal
say
all the
more
thunder
than 3
away from
words.
Y'all didn't shut the fuck up the whole time.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, my criticism is like Penguinmage could have talked, but to be fair, Penguin is not used to dealing with the force that is Mo Diggity. It is very hard to stop that man, so I understand.
Well, I was actually, like, to be completely honest, I was having trouble keeping up too. I was trying to get my words in. Like, I would say 75, like 60% of that podcast is Mo ranting the entire time.
The thing is, Mo is very ranty. He's the most ranty man I ever know, and I'm so used to working with him that I have mastered the art of matching his energy. So it's just Mo ranting and then me ranting, trying to keep up, and then Colo and Penguin just being like, "What the fuck is going on in here?"
I tried my best. I think Penguin kind of just gave up.
Yeah, I checked out.
Penguin,
okay.
I tried to send a
Penguin,
funny screenshot.
I tried to keep you in the conversation. I tried. I kept giving you prompts. I kept interrupting everybody. So what, Penguin? What about you? And then you'd tell your little story, and then Mo would immediately interject and be like, "Oh, that reminds me of this," and then go on a 20-minute rant.
Yeah, you know.
But it's fine.
I love Mo Diggity. He's a great friend of mine, but he's a little bit.
If it makes you feel any better, after you left, I stole Mo for an 1.5-hour YouTube recording.
we did a bit because Mo is not into Pokemon. We did a bit where we had him like make up names for all the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. And what I thought was going to happen was we were going to go 30 minutes, get through as many Pokemon as possible, and then get out of there and be like, "Do you guys want a part 2? Let us know in the comments." What we did instead is went through the entire Pokedex, and it took an 1.5 hours.
Oh, good God.
It's not even 3 parts. It's just 1.5 hour video. However, Mo got 1. He got Wiglet.
He did get 1 correct. He said Wiglet.
He literally looked at Wiglet and he's like, "Well, it's white and it looks like Diglett, so Wiglet." And we're like, "Holy shit, that's right." He didn't get Wug Trio, sadly, but he got Wiglet. He actually got 1.
He didn't get there with Wug Trio.
We tried.
No, but I was going to say a minute ago when you said you were trying to keep Penguin in the conversation, that has also become a sacred art that I've mastered. Whenever Penguin's on a podcast, she will just not talk for long periods of time. So I'll have to hit her with "What about you, Penguin? How do you feel about that?"
But
just
see, this is like
it's
natural for all 3 of us to be in a voice call together, so it's easy.
That's true. We're a dynamic trio. We're the real ones. A dynamic trio. Never before has there been a 4th person in this group. It's the 3 of us. Dynamic trio. Gingy who? I'm sorry. I've never heard that name, I don't think.
But yeah, so it's Detour Ahead. I'm Colo Chu. That's Riely. Penguin here is here as well for her 2nd episode ever. Welcome back. Penguin,
it's like my first time here, really.
Yeah, last time we just had like occasional Penguinmage.
No, it's Penguinmage 1.5.
1.5.
Penguin was just a cameo last time. Now she's a guest.
It's okay, Penguin. You got your own episode. Do you have a topic you would like to talk about today, or no?
No.
I've got one loaded.
Literally gave me 0 time to prepare.
Okay.
I got one. I got one.
I know. That's all on me. We didn't have a topic. Look, this was all last minute just because Jason canceled for the evening. So I just, like I said, I texted you. I was like, "Hey, you want something to do?" So Riely has a topic. Riely, what is your topic for the evening?
First of all, Colo Chu, that's not how this show works. We have a little thing we do beforehand, which is how you been, Colo? How's your week been?
That's right. Just been working, really. I really haven't been doing much. I bought more stuff on Amazon, and I know Penguin would probably appreciate this. It's cool.
Am I gonna appreciate it, or am I gonna judge you for it?
One of the things Colo bought was a sex toy. I know that for a fact. What is the other thing you bought,
No,
Colo?
Ooh.
no.
Yeah.
My sister found this podcast. No.
You see, what happened was this. Everybody go listen to Pokemon Variety Hour. By the way, me and Colo did it this week. It was a good episode. So Colo2 said he spent $40 on something, which he is about to describe. He told me that the Amazon total was about $65 to $70, but refuses to admit what the other thing he bought was. So my headcanon is that it's a sex toy.
Hello, send me a screenshot of your latest order on Amazon.
Oh my god, I love it.
I don't love it because I don't see it.
It's in Detour Ahead podcast tech chat.
Yeah, it's in Detour Ahead podcast.
Oh my god, I love it!
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Penguin, I also bought a sword.
Why?
Because I'm doing Penguin, have you seen Demon Slayer?
No.
If you scroll up, you're gonna find an anime girl with purple hair. It looks like a butterfly. If you scroll up in Detour Ahead podcast.
Is that your body pillow?
Yes, it is! I'm gonna cosplay her. I'm buying her sword.
Alright.
Yeah.
I hate her eyes.
Her eyes are a little wonky. They're all purple,
Rude.
but-
Don't be rude to the anime girl. She's doing her best.
Yeah.
Her eyes
that's-
aren't.
Wow.
So yeah, those are the two things I bought: a sword and the Sailor Moon bag.
Congratulations.
Have I seen
Colo2.
Sailor Moon? No. Do I know that's the black cat Luna? Yes. So I know enough to be able to.
How have you not? Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna watch Sailor Moon. I have to.
I need to watch Sailor Moon. I need to watch it so bad. It's literally on my list of things to watch. However,
Well,
my list keeps getting
the entire series is on YouTube for free.
Oh, Penguin. That's
just
that's
put it
cute. I pay for illegal services, so it's fine.
No, it's free.
I pay for illegal services where I can get literally anything I want, so it's fine.
Oh, YouTube has ads if he doesn't have YouTube Premium, so he's gonna use the illegal service, so it doesn't have ads.
I already paid for 3 months on illegal service, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
$35 for 3 months.
Sailor Moon's definitely on my list. I think my list is just entirely. So I've been listening to the same two podcasters for 2 months, and I think I've gotten to over 60 hours total, maybe more.
Was it this what? Oh, I think I know what podcast you were listening to. It was what were they called? It was Issue Crew and Detour Ahead.
No, but nobody would listen to those shitty shows. Those are awful.
Penguin, I actually had a legitimate question for Penguin. Penguin, are you the one listener of Detour Ahead?
I'm not.
We asked her this last time, and she said no.
I don't remember last time. That was what, 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago. Yes, the Penguinmage is not our one sole proprietor.
Penguin, I have one follow-up question. Why?
Well, honestly, it's because I have been.
It's Riely, isn't it?
She hates me.
It's Riely. I like how you and I both went to the same place.
I work long 12-hour shifts in a loud place, so I can't listen to podcasts anymore, so I kind of forget.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh
that
no.
Sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah. It does suck.
No,
yeah,
it's Penguin, it's okay. I don't listen to literally anything Riely releases, so it's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
Neither does Penguinmage, yep. But to finish the point I was about to make, literally all I've listened to in 2023 is podcasts from the Hey Jake and Josh line of podcasts, mostly the Morphin Grid, but some other shows sprinkled in there. And I think I need to watch all the things that they like, because they're just statistically the perfect podcast people for me, which probably means I might like most things they like. So I gotta get into Sailor Moon. I gotta get into pro wrestling. I got a list.
Pro wrestling? Like WWE?
And some other ones. The WWE is apparently the worst one out there, from what I'm hearing.
Really? That's what I grew up on. I saw them live.
WWE is the most popular one, but I've heard
the most popular.
Some less popular ones are better.
Penguin.
Yes.
Sailor Moon. If I were to start Sailor Moon, do I watch Sailor Moon OG or Crystal? Because those are the two that pop up for me.
Isn't
See, I
Crystal like a
haven't.
sequel series, or is it like a remake Brotherhood style kind of thing?
It's more along the lines of a Brotherhood style.
Okay.
So it's like a remake with filler cutout kind of deal? Kind of like you haven't watched Dragon Ball, have you?
No.
Dragon Ball Z Kai, Full Metal
I
Alchemist
respect my time.
Brotherhood. This exists.
So it's like a shortened version, but you still get the important stuff.
I would watch. I feel like. Are you gonna watch sub or dub?
Whatever is available to me. Dub.
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 I'd
I
watch
don't watch.
I'd watch the
Penguin,
OG.
Penguin, I can't watch sub. I can't. I don't have the
I
attention.
can't either. I watch dub on every anime.
Look, I watch dub unless the option is not there. So like I get it.
How many
The only
seasons of
thing-
Sailor Moon are there, by the way?
What?
Oh, hold on. No, continue. I asked a dumb question that I can look up on myself. So.
Oh, okay. I'd go with the dub.
So I'm missing on illegal website that I will not name. I am missing. It only goes up to episode 127. I looked it up. There's 200 episodes, so I'm missing some. But I'll probably lose interest before then, so I'll get a gist of it. So it's fine. That's
the other
full
83
seasons of like
the other-
46 episodes, so I'll get the gist of it. So it's fine.
The other
I mean-
83 are on YouTube for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
all I need to know is who Sailor Venus is and why I'm so much like her. That's the other question I gotta answer.
That's what you have to know.
That's what I have to know because Penguin has literally called me Sailor Venus before. And I don't understand why.
It's just how it is.
Ooh, Penguin's having that fun fan issue again.
I don't.
Well, you're not paying attention, Colo.
No, I'm looking up stuff. Look, right now I'm in the middle of that's not middle, but I'm on season 2 of that 70s show. So that's what I'm working towards now.
How many seasons
How-
did that 70 show have?
8.
Okay.
And then it's on to, assuming I don't lose interest, it's then on to that 90s show because I heard it's really good.
Are you not going to
It's-
watch the shitty
oh my God,
one
no, it's
season of that
not.
80s show?
Penguin, I have been told it's good.
Who told you it was good?
People, humans.
Were they children?
No, they weren't children.
It's very Disney Channel.
Is it really?
It really is.
Look,
I was trying.
I'm gonna watch it for Red and Kitty and all the other cameos. Is that fair?
I mean, yeah, that's really the only reason to watch it.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
describing
interested
Girl
in
Meets
any of
World
the new
right
characters.
now, which
I do
actually
not care
was
what
on
happens.
Disney Channel.
What
Look,
is it?
That 70s show will always be better.
Girl Meets World, the Boy Meets World sequel that was literally on Disney Channel.
Oh god,
Look.
my sister used to watch that constantly every day.
Fuck off,
Boy
I
Meets
watch that
World.
constantly.
Boy Meets World is a timeless classic. It's one of the best shows of all time. Girl
Ah.
Meets World, I kind of like a little bit, but it is that's because I like Disney Channel sitcoms. It is a Disney Channel sitcom.
Oh my
Disney
god.
Channel
But then
sitcoms
there's
can
just
be
Boy
rough,
Meets World
though.
characters in it sometimes.
Look, it's not awful. It's just not great.
Are you talking about Girl
Exactly.
Meets World or that 90s show?
Girl Meets World. 90
Okay.
show is not great. Fun. It's not fun. Did I watch all of it? Yes. But
Look, I have like 3 people telling me to watch a whole bunch of different things. All right. So I have Riely telling me to what? Well, Riely hasn't really bothered me about this, but I know at some point I'm gonna get bothered about it because I got bothered about Breaking Bad. I need to watch Better Call Saul.
Yeah, obviously.
I also want to rewatch that 70s show so I can just watch a little bit of that 90s show and see what it's like because I'm actually curious about it. Then I have Sailor Moon to watch. I have to catch up on Miraculous. I want to rewatch regular show. I have to catch up on Rick and Morty. I have to where's the other? I have to go and watch Bee and Puppy Cat. There's also an old MTV show that I want to go.
Aren't you and
watch
Jason
from-
supposed to watch Bee and Puppy Cat?
Yes, I'm gonna try and schedule something with Jason at some point in time because I still have not seen it yet. But
Also, Penguin, speaking of miraculous, you got some files you need to send me, my friend.
I do.
what files do you
the
have?
3-year-old podcast episodes that I'm finally gonna edit and release because I'm tired of them being lost in the void.
Why don't you just redo it at this point? It's been 3 years.
No, they gotta come out. They were so good. No, don't do it.
Delete them. Penguin, get rid of them. Crash everything. Get rid of it.
Look, I do think that as we went on, we hit our stride a little better. But the point of it is you not having seen it, and at this point, you have seen 12 episodes.
Yes, I have seen those episodes. So we want it to be a blind experience, all those episodes. Those episodes are my blind experience with those episodes, and then we can continue onward from there.
Yeah.
But the blind experience is the point, so we got to put those old ones out. If I'm just rewatching them, then that's not the magic. That's not me reacting to this crazy show.
That's actually going, what the fuck is going on with DJ Wi-Fi?
It's such a good show.
I love Lady Wi-Fi. That was that the highest rated episode? I think there might have been one better. But Lady Wi-Fi was really good. No, I think Lady Wi-Fi was the best one. Stormy Weather was the one that was second place.
There's a list somewhere.
I have the list. I looked at it recently.
Okay.
But I remember those are the highest two. I believe the mime was also pretty high just because the action was dope in that episode. It's a good show, but a really weird one. And there's some real bad episodes, such as Roger Cop. God. Roger Cop.
Fuck Roger Cop.
Fucking Roger Cop, man.
Colo. Have you watched any of season 4?
No.
Is there a Roger Cop sequel? I know they start making sequels at some point. I spoiled myself on episode titles like years ago at some point. I know they start making sequels.
I felt the rage 12 hours away. I felt scared for a second.
You should.
I felt scared. I thought my door was going to break down. I thought my ass was going to get beat because I said no.
He was going to die at that moment.
I said no, and you just teleport, and you're like, you just punch me in the face and teleport out before I even know what happens.
Look,
also, Discord cut out your anger, and it was like I just heard
like,
and pieces, and I was like, oh God, I fucked up.
And at that moment, he realized he fucked up.
Look, 3 words: blue, violin, my heart in pieces.
That's that's a few words. That's 6 words.
I can't count. I dropped out. It's fine. I don't have to count anymore.
Yeah, I don't count on Colo for counting.
He's the best counter. He's Count Lo-Chu. That's what they
Count
call
Lo-Chu.
him.
I go by many names.
You need to watch it.
You also haven't been bothering me with emojis that I have no idea what's going on to like force me to watch it. So that was
I'm
the
just
other.
Gonna send you a screenshot.
You're just gonna send me a paragraph of what happens.
I will, verbatim.
Listen, I don't know if anything. I don't know if anything in the real show can ever approach the level of mastery that was that weird Stinky Feet fan fiction we read on that bonus episode.
Yeah, that was weird.
I feel like we lost that one. I feel like I remember you telling me that you didn't have it in the folder.
I'll look for it.
Okay.
See, no, Penguin definitely has it. She just doesn't want to give it to you.
No, it was funny. I definitely want to give it to him.
Stinky Feet fan fiction episode to come out.
It needs to, really.
Oh God, I can't hear anything. I'm in the void. Shit, no. What do I do? It's too dark for me to see my turn speaker back on.
Bye.
Bye.
I figured it out. I'm good.
Bye. I wish I was as mean as I used to be. I was gonna disconnect you and be like, bye. He actually went in the void.
I'm glad Colo has made an effort to be less mean to me during the production of this show as prepared.
I have not
to
actively
other things.
de-sieged you from a conversation in a while. Also, I took up a good like 3 hours of 3. I took up a good like 4 hours of your time this morning.
Well,
so
2 of those hours were in service to me, but
also this is a little spoiler because this episode probably won't come out for a minute. However, Penguin, Can you
Yes.
guess the nickname of the pink urchin that beat Riley's ass?
Fuck that pink urchin. I hate that pink urchin so much.
No.
His name was Peter Quill.
Oh my god.
It was Terra type water, and it was perfect IV, by the way. But yeah, go check out the YouTube channel. Since this is still early on, go check out the YouTube channel. I have Scarlet and Violet content coming up for the first time ever.
Follow Chew YouTube channel. It's a great place.
I have to go make thumbnails, which is probably what I should be working on right now, but I don't.
I should probably be posting the Pokemon Variety Hour episode I just edited, but once I start a podcast, my brain becomes incapable of doing anything else. I did real editing this podcast. I just became I almost never do that. It's like I've released unedited podcasts before, and like I'm confident enough in my podcast to believe that it's fine. The only problem is the deafening silences that happen every once in a while. So what my editing basically boils down to is just getting those silences out of there and ship it and putting in like the transitions and shipping it out. But I think we deliberated for about 15 minutes trying to log into Pokemon Showdown, and I was like, all right, I gotta do some trimming here. I gotta get rid of some of this shit. Because like with me and Penguin, it's usually like we get there within like a couple minutes, so it's just kind of funny to hear us bumble. We bumbled for at least 10. Because Colochu didn't realize that he couldn't accept my challenge if he was making a challenge. So Colo's like, I can't accept the challenge. It's still random battles. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he screen shares, and I realize he's on the challenge me screen, and I'm like, get rid of that, and then I will send the challenge. Colo has no words. He's so shamed that he doesn't know how to work Pokemon Showdown.
Understandably. Question.
Is he dead? Did we kill him?
Thumbnails. I'm sorry.
Oh,
sorry. I need a thumbnail.
Stop trying to work on thumbnails during the podcast if you're gonna get distracted.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
I'm worried about it. All right. Anyway, we're like 25 minutes in at this point. Let's do the topic. Which the topic I have brought today is a real humdinger, folks. We've all come into contact with these. We all have our preferences and our dispreferences, our distastes. We're going to talk about beverages today, folks. Drinks of all shapes and sizes, alcoholic or otherwise, just beverages. We're going to have a conversation about beverages.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 minute. You guys can start the conversation. I'm going to go down. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to go downstairs. Speaking of,
he's going to go get a beverage now. But I guess easy first question to kind of get our conversation going. Penguinmage, what is your favorite beverage of all?
Water.
Oh, you're one of those, eh?
Yeah.
You're a big water. Are you one of those people who, when they ask you your favorite soda, you're like, "It's water, bro"?
No, I do have a favorite soda.
What is your favorite soda?
Well, it used to be Mountain Dew.
Ugh.
And then I got COVID and made and it made all Mountain Dew taste like floor cleaner.
Oh,
so I don't drink that anymore. Coke tastes bad. Pepsi tastes bad. This is like post-COVID. Nothing tastes like it's supposed to. Sprite is bad. Any like citrusy soda tastes like Pine Sol.
That's
the
gross.
the only soda.
Dude, Pine Sol is so good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Like it tastes good.
Did you know what container you're supposed to put Pine Sol in?
A glass.
No, you're supposed to put it in a gas can, the red ones, so you can scare the shit out of your guests.
That's it. This whole place is coming down. Just start dumping it on the floor.
They're dumping Pine Sol from a gas can.
Why does gasoline smell so pleasant? But okay, so you're a water person. You're one of those. Okay. What about Colo Chew? What's your favorite beverage of all?
I don't think I have a favorite beverage. To be honest, I really like Mountain Dew and trying all their different flavors.
What's your favorite
Must
Mountain
be
Dew
nice.
flavor? What's your favorite one?
Favorite one? Probably, what's the blue one? Voltage?
Voltage, good man, good man. You see, I would say Baja Blast, but Voltage is not that far.
Baja
out.
Blast is also good. However, Voltage is very rarely found, so it's better than Baja Blast.
They sell Voltage like at my work. I can get a Voltage every day if I want to.
Anyway, speaking of beverages, that's why I had to go because I made this drink at the correct time of day that you make drinks.
Yep.
And
Sure.
no, I made it right after we were done recording.
It's 2 o'clock, not too bad. Like 3 hours off from the
It's 2
usual
o'clock
5
somewhere.
o'clock. It's 2 o'clock somewhere.
Anyway, it's called a Corona Sunrise, and I've been drinking these. I started this on like Tuesday. It is a Corona beer with orange juice, a lime, and grenadine. And it tastes so sweet, and it's really, really good. You're supposed to put tequila, but I didn't have money for tequila. Fine.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
It's really good. The beer disappears, and it just tastes sweet.
What kind of drinks do you like, Penguin? Alcohol wise.
Alcohol wise, I love rum.
Ah, that's right. Rum and Coke.
Nah, rum, and it
That's
used to
it.
be.
Just
Fuck
What
you.
was the
rum.
one you always Penguin? What was the one that you always made whenever we were watching Ladybug?
So that was before COVID, so I was able to still drink Mountain Dew. They have like the kickstarts, and it's like pineapple, mango, orange, Mountain Dew kickstart, and coconut rum, and it was the best.
Do you hear it now, Colo?
A little bit, but it's not that bad.
Maybe I just have. I
You're
think
very sensitive to background noise. Like if
Yeah.
I go like this constantly, like I move this, it's gonna
I'll yell
bother
at
the
you.
shit out of you the entire time. So
yeah, because I've been so tuned into the podcast world so thoroughly for so many years now that just like any background noise that could be detrimental to the audio quality, I'm like, cut that shit, get rid of that, stop that, don't move. I used to, Kathy, like years ago. She still has this problem now, but it was more prevalent years ago when we were working together more often. We were making our movie podcast. Her mic was so bad. It had no noise cancellation whatsoever. If she moved, I could hear it. So I was like, Kathy, do not do anything. Sit completely still. Do not move. Do not breathe. All you're allowed to do is talk about the film. You're not allowed to fidget in any way. If you move, I will kill you.
That's very rude.
But anyway, I have not been well. Anything I'm about to say is completely hypothetical. You have no legal recourse against me. Anybody who may try to this is all
hypothetically.
satire. I'm about to say a lot of satire.
This is all hypothetical. If he was to, it's all hypothetical.
If hypothetically,
we
I were to
are
drink-
all good American citizens who follow all the laws and rules here at Detour Ahead.
That's right. I will never take a sip of alcohol until the date of April 14th, 2023. Never would I do such a thing.
Never.
So hypothetically, I have not tried that many alcoholic drinks, like especially like mixed drinks. Like I haven't gotten to do a lot of that. A lot of the drinks I have tried just straight out the bottle. My current preference, based on the very little alcohol I've consumed, is twisted tea. I'm a fan of twisted tea. Fireball, cinnamon whiskey, also kind of a fan of that. I've had peppermint schnapps once. They were pretty okay. They're just but very pepperminty, not very offensive to the tongue. So I drank some peppermint schnapps. That was fine. I had Screwdriver, which came in a bottle. That was good. I hate beer. Beer sucks. Beer is the worst. I had some weird like fruit flavored Bud Lights once, and those were like just barely tolerable enough that I could drink them. But overall, I hate beer so much. It's the dirt worst. I don't know. I feel like I need to try some more alcohols out there. I've gotten some recommendations from people around me. Somebody told me about like peanut butter whiskey, and I'm kind of curious about that. They seemed jazzed about it.
One thing, if you ever get a chance, if you can try apple pie moonshine, it's
Ooh,
so good. It's dangerous because it's moonshine, right?
I hear moonshine is pretty dangerous. Yeah.
It's real high in alcohol. Um, if you get a chance, it legitimately tastes like you are sipping on liquid apple pie. It's so good.
Oh, okay. That
However,
does
it is
sound very good.
extremely strong. um, but
I'm
like
pretty.
that's
I
a
hold my
really good
alcohol.
recommendation, but
I hold my alcohol pretty well. There was one night. This is like
hypothetically.
hypothetically. There was one night where hypothetically I drank the most I've ever drank. That particular night. That was just a night where I spent a night in a house with a bunch of hoodlums and just consumed a lot of substances. It was not maybe not the healthiest thing. It's good that I don't do it often, but that one time it was pretty fucking fun. I know most of the people there do it like once a week, and I feel like that probably is not good. But being there that one time, there was a lot of weed, and there was also a lot of alcohol, and we were doing shots of something. I don't remember what it was, but my good friend Patrick, who I've talked about in several podcasts, was there with me,
Your platonic
and
boyfriend.
my platonic boyfriend Patrick, and he was not confident that I was gonna hold my alcohol well. So like they poured the shots and I had the shot in my hand. And he looked at me. He was like, "Don't drink that." And then I drank that and like five more, and I was fine. I was pretty wacky that evening. I think like near the end I started coming down and I got a bad headache, and that was like the worst thing that happened. And then I woke up in the morning and I was fine. There was no like throwing up or anything. I just got like a little headache at the end of the night, and I had to turn to my friend Christian and like beg for my life in the form of asking him for an ibuprofen. I was like, I was I was in the chair just like dying of a headache, and I was like, Christian, do you have any ibuprofen? Just like the most pathetic voice. I was just like 99% asleep in a lounge chair, dying of a headache, and I was like, do you have any aspirin? And he was a savior. He got me a nice glass of water, some aspirin, and I went to bed for the night. But it was mostly okay.
Speaking of wild nights and drinks, I know we've talked about this several times on this podcast, but the Colochu karaoke night,
Oh, the floor karaoke!
the floor karaoke, dude,
What a
Tito's is
beautiful
dangerous.
evening.
Tito's is dangerous.
Was Penguin there for that?
I don't think Penguin was there. Penguin, were you
'Cause
there for floor karaoke?
I don't know what that is.
it was when we were all doing that Pokemon tabletop RPG with He Shall Not Be Named, but we were in split sessions, so I believe Penguin was not there. I was there and you were there,
I
Colo,
believe
and
it
I
was
don't know if
Riely
anybody
and I
else
in
was.
one because we were more readily
Juan?
available.
Who's Juan?
Riley and I were in one
Oh, I was like,
group thing.
yeah, Riely and
Are you
Colo
high?
2
Are
and
you high
1.
again?
No, I'm not.
Did you get high for this podcast?
I promise you I didn't. I just heard one as Juan for some reason. I'm like, is this like a Graggle Simpson type scenario? You're like, yeah, Juan. Remember Juan, guys? Our
Don't
good
make
friend
Gaggle
Juan.
canon in this podcast. Anyway, Penguin. So I believe it was Penguin and Gingy in one grouping, and you
Me
and
and you
I
in
were in the
another.
other. I believe.
The
'Cause I
groups changed. The groups changed at some point. I know it started me and Penguin, and like you and Gingy. No, it was me, Penguin, and you, and it was Gingy and Bliss. And then it flipped at some point and became me and you and something
because
else.
we were
But
the only ones readily available at the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
But so the whole story, because I don't think I've told the whole story in a while. I don't think I've told like the legit. like we've referenced it, but I don't think I've told the legitimate story behind floor karaoke in a while.
You might have, you might not have. It definitely has been a long time if you have. So go ahead.
So the whole point is, I was actively drinking at the time. I was also living at mom and dad's, so I had access to my mother's liquor cabinet, which had Tito's in it. I decided to fill up a water bottle, probably 40% of the way, with an unknown drink that I do not remember, and then fill the rest of it up with Tito's.
Oh man.
And I was just kind of sipping on it the entire night. I believe I think we did Pixels first, and then we went and broke off and did that, I think.
That might be. I don't quite remember if there were any podcasts that night, but
I don't remember, but I do remember it was one of the later nights where it was like 11, 12, 1 o'clock-ish.
yeah, for sure.
So, as the night goes on, I get progressively less cognizant, and at some point I end up on the floor. I do not remember how. However, I also was kind of listening to music at the time, and like I had AirPods in, so I was listening. So what ended up happening was I had "Gotta Keep Your Head Up" by Andy Grammer playing, and He Who Shall Not Be Named was kind of in a pissy mood that night. So he's like, I don't even remember what the context was.
So
like, hey,
our good buddy
so-and-so.
Voldemort, which is what I'm going to call him now because it has less syllables and it's what we're referencing. Voldemort was getting annoyed because you were having drunk shenanigans. And he at some point like scolded you about it, and you were like, you know what you have to do? You gotta keep your head up. Oh!
It was such a fun night. We did absolutely nothing, mainly because I was fully incapacitated on the floor. But it was fun. Tito's is dangerous.
It's a dangerous thing.
But yeah, I was not very good at mixing drinks at the time. Little baby Colo.
Little baby guy.
But yeah, so that there's context, because I know we've referenced it before, but there was no like
the phrase floor
time.
Karaoke has definitely become an inside joke.
Yeah. But
yeah. You had a phase, my friend. I think you might have had a problem for a brief time.
Oh, alcohol? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I was an alcoholic at some point.
There was definitely a Colo Chew era where I don't think I ever spoke to you and you were entirely sober.
Oh, there was not. That was like the early days before Girlfriend showed up.
Was it? I thought it was post Girlfriend.
Was it post Girlfriend?
Yeah, I mean, there might be some causation there, Colo. I think.
I think you're right. I do believe you are right. Did that carry over into? I'm trying to remember. Look, back then is very, very fuzzy, which is not a good sign.
That sounds so shocking that might be the case.
Look, the period between Girlfriend breaking up and me getting new nighttime job is very, very fuzzy, and that's like a good 6 months worth of time that I have no idea what was going on.
Yeah, that was probably alcoholic Colo Chew era, if I had to guess.
All I know is that I went through rough times at mom and dad's after she broke up with me, fully dropped out of college. Then that August or September, I moved down to live with current roommates down in Akron, or as Penguin calls Acorn.
with Val and Gooch Massa and Piss Bottle Guy. Classic characters.
I forgot I told you about Piss Bottle Guy. Piss Bottle Guy is gone. There's somebody else. There's Eli. There's somebody completely like they've been there the whole time. I just never mention them because they never come around. Because they're not part of this.
They're not internet personalities like Gooch Massa and Val. They're not characters in our little cinematic universe.
Gooch Massa and Lone Wolf. Yeah.
And Lone Wolf. Yep.
Y'all be nice.
I am being nice. I'm dying.
We need to get Val at this show if she ever
I keep
works
trying to
less
get
than
them
27
on.
hours a day.
we need to give a I have been given instructions by Gooch Massa himself, handed down through the grapevine. We need a solid topic.
All right.
Well, an advance notice.
Those are two things we're very bad at having.
That's
so.
what I told him. I told him. I'm like, you know what? Instead of me doing those two things and actually making this so much easier for you on your end, go listen to the podcast and just get an idea of how this actually goes, and then you'll be like, oh, okay. All you do is hit record and bullshit for an hour and a half. Cool.
We just kind of hang out and record it.
That's what I told you. That's what I keep telling them. I'm like, literally, all you got to do is pop in. I'm like, Riely and I know enough about Naruto to where we can have a legitimate conversation about it.
Naruto podcast with Gooch Massa?
He loves Naruto. Go. That's what I keep trying to get him on.
That's a solid topic. God. Just get him advance notice. Just be like, come on this date. Just do it.
It's going to be backup for Jason next week.
Am I going to have to direct message Gooch Massa myself in order to actually make scheduling happen?
No, because if you want to reply, you probably shouldn't do that.
No,
That's
because
fair.
I see him every day, so I can just bother him.
Good.
He will not respond to you.
Probably not.
No, he won't. Look, I keep trying to get him on. I want to actually pull somebody that is part of my friend group. That
I want to have Gooch on.
Not that he's not part of your friend group. I want to pull someone who's not Riely and Friends canon yet.
Yeah, Gooch Massa is not Riely and Friends canon. I think I've talked to him once. I think we might have been on one YouTube video of yours at the same time.
It was this. Oh, we did. I think we did Gen 1 Scriblio together.
Yes. We did a Gen 1 redo, and it was me, you, and Gooch.
I think you were Bibble and he was Skittles or something like that in the names.
I was Bonch Bibble because that was my thing for a while. Yeah.
But see, I tell him, I'm like, just go listen to the episodes. All we do is constantly reference everything we do every single episode, and also bullshit about the imaginary topic that we made up.
Yeah, the topic that is a lie. It's like the cake is a lie. The topic is a lie. It's not real.
Look, anybody who asks me like, "Oh, you have a pod?" Because I tell people I have a podcast that it's Detour Ahead. So like, they'll be like, "Oh, what's it about? What do you do?" I go, "My friend Riely and I, we hop in a voice call on Discord. We hit record." And we pick something to talk about. And they're like, oh, that's really cool. So, like, you have detailed discussions about it. I go, no. Like, well, what do you mean, no? I thought you said you'd pick a topic. I'm like, oh, no, we do pick a topic. We talk about it for maybe 15 minutes, and then we go off on some random tangent. And then we might come back to the topic. But, like, that's the whole point of the show. It's called Detour Ahead. We set course onto this topic that we have chosen for the evening.
We go on several detours. Yep,
and then a sign appears that says "Detour Ahead," which means we're no longer on that topic. And they're like, "Oh, that's such a cool idea." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's literally just an excuse for us to hop on and just record conversations. That's it, and occasionally talk about a topic that was at hand."
That's always like it always feels weird because like I think we do it very well in this show, but I have a lot of shows that kind of devolve into that way, and then it's like the inherent appeal of this show does not exist anymore in this moment, and they have to like us or they're just gonna click off. Like I think one of the greatest offenders, and like I still think this is one of the best podcasts I've ever produced. It's a podcast about Death Note, but if you just click on it for a podcast about Death Note, you might be a little disappointed because we do a whole in-depth like hour on Death Note usually, but then it devolves into us talking about like current events. Like
I still think the golden time for like the perfect time for podcasts is like at the absolute bare minimum. Like people actually have stuff to go do is 45 minutes.
45. Some podcasts can be as low as 30, but 45 is probably a better benchmark.
like a good average is an hour to an hour and a half.
Usually that's my goal.
The
My
minimum
goal
is 30 to 45, and the absolute maximum is an hour and 45 to 2 hours. I hate going over 2 hours.
I like going over 2 hours sometimes if it feels natural. For me, it's always like I try to hit an hour. That's like the minimum. Sometimes, usually it's like
with this podcast, it's really, really easy to hit an hour.
Oh,
we're
it's
already
so
45
easy.
minutes in, and
the
conversation is still going, which is why I love this podcast.
The only time I don't really hit an hour is like when I'm reviewing stuff, because sometimes there's not too much to say. So with those, I'm like, okay, if we're like 45 minutes, that's okay. That's acceptable. But usually the goal is at least an hour, and the maximum is 2.5 hours. But even that's negotiable for me. I've done some long ass podcasts and been satisfied with the content. I think the longest podcast I've ever done, it was a live podcast. So like maybe to some people those don't count. But I did an episode of my live like current events and news podcast, the Death Stream. Current events, news, and whatever the fuck we want also. And it went for, I believe, 5 hours.
I still, speaking of really, really long things, I still want to block out a day and go stream live on YouTube with you, Riely, and go rank all 1,000 plus Pokemon.
I'm down.
I'm
literally just make it a
down.
fucking day project, and then I will upload it. But like, I still want to do that at some point in time. But
that sounds like it's gonna be like we're gonna have to like stay awake longer than we should. It's gonna be like a sleep lock.
It's a rank lock.
God, that sleep lock I did. That's like I literally started hallucinating.
Anyway, I feel like we didn't ask Penguin what she's been up to since the last time she showed up.
Oh, we're just going to that now.
Well,
we're
no,
going
I just
back to the small talk.
Okay. Well, because we didn't include Penguin in that, because you and I did it.
You also didn't. I didn't do anything. It was only you.
God. Penguin, since the last, it's been 2 weeks. What have you been up to since the last time you showed up on this?
Working and being a whore. That's it. That's all I do.
Wait, what?
What was that last word? I know what you're talking about.
I think that's just what she says when she's referring to playing the video game Far Cry.
It is,
anyway, yeah. Riely,
what's up?
Your turn.
I don't know, man. I don't do things. I worked. I made podcasts. I watched Power Rangers. I talked to my friend Crow about Power Rangers for several hours. I've made like a new Discord friend that is making me ignore my old ones. He's not even a new Discord friend. I've known him for a while. But we just started voice chatting like literally every night and just like being nerds about Power Rangers for several hours every evening.
That's so cute. You got yourself a little friend. Congratulations.
I know. I got myself a little friend, and we're gonna, of course, like I do with all my friends, we are starting a podcast. It's gonna be a while because he's got to like he's gonna be moving out of his place later this year, and he's
you guys
gonna
can have like a little sleepover and stuff with your best friend.
No,
that's reserved for Patrick. You don't want to cheat on.
Yeah. I can't cheat on Patrick, of course. But he's gonna be moving out of his.
Have you explained your platonic boyfriend to Penguin?
I don't know if Penguin has even heard his name before.
Penguin. So, have you heard of his platonic boyfriend, Patrick?
No, Peg doesn't talk to me.
Oh, Peglet.
I don't know what to say. If she talked to me, I would talk back, but I never just like I have something to say to Penguinmage at this moment. It just doesn't come up.
Penguin, do you send him TikToks or no?
No.
He sent me TikToks.
She feels so special.
She occasionally sends me TikToks, like very rarely. Occasionally, I'll get like a random message from Penguinmage, and it's a TikTok.
I get TikToks at least once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Like on average, maybe
on
3.
average. Yeah.
But yeah, I have a friend. He's my best friend. We go to Chili's together every Tuesday, and we sit in his car and talk for several hours. And we we keep each other sane. And in all aspects except romantically, he's my boyfriend. That's why he's my platonic boyfriend.
I was about to say that sounds very homosexual of you.
That's what I said too. That's exactly what I said when I first heard about this too, Penguin. It's okay.
No, it's true. Like in all aspects except for romantically, because we're not physically attracted to the male gender. But in all other aspects, we're basically dating.
Are you guys gonna get married?
I believe there is some sort of playground-esque if we're both single at 40 pact.
Oh, that's a rough pact. Penguin knows what I'm talking about. That's a rough pact.
Oh yeah, it is.
I have something like that, but it's 30. I'm turning 25 in a couple weeks. That's creeping up. I don't like that it's creeping up.
Oh yeah, you are turning 25, you old man.
Don't remind me. I can rent a car though, which is nice, but
Yeah, you finally unlock life. Like 25 is the last benchmark where you could rent a car. That's it. You won.
the next benchmark is fucking 40 because nobody gives a shit about 30.
No, I mean, but like, there's nothing to unlock out. You've unlocked all the unlockables of life at age 25.
I guess it's not really it's not really unlockable content. It's more so just a new restriction added. I can't be on parents' insurance at 26.
Yeah, that's you unlock your parents' insurance at 26.
Man, your 20s are wild. They're like, here's a bunch of alcohol. Here's all the alcohol you ever want to buy and drink at 21. So you go spend 21, 22, and 23 and 24 just drinking because it's fun and you're allowed to. And but by the time you get to like 20, 23, 24, you're like, all right, this is just a normal thing now.
Yeah,
and then once 25 hits, they're like,
it's gone.
Here you go. And you're like, what's this? They're like, oh, this is your voucher. You're now allowed to rent a car. And I'm like, oh, fucking sick. That's cool. I'm going to rent so many cars. Nope. You're not going to rent a single car until you're like 30 or 40. I'm probably not anyway. Because most of the time my car is reliable, so I just drive it everywhere I need to. Except,
well, I think the idea of a rental
light
car
came on the other day. So
the idea of a rental car is if you fly to another state and stay there for several days, you rent a car.
That. Fuck that. I don't go west. I don't go west. I don't go south. The furthest south I ever plan on doing, because my grandmother lives down there, South Carolina, but that's it. That's as far south as I'm going, and I'm from Ohio, so a 12-hour drive is nothing.
Also, I meant to ask you, Colo, how you feeling? You been feeling okay lately?
What?
Because I believe I heard that they tried to kill the entire population of Ohio recently. So I just want to make sure that you're all right.
Yes.
Don't drink the water.
We drink bottled water because we don't trust the house's plumbing because the house is a mess. But yeah, no, I'm good. I know a lot of the southern cities are really taking a hit from this just because a lot of them get their water from like the Ohio River and shit, and it's bled into the Ohio River, which goes south. So I'm sure we're going to be hearing reports of it hitting the Mississippi at some point and just like affecting a whole bunch of states. But I know, no, it's like a whole big like controversy because none of the media is talking about it whatsoever.
So like, is something going on? I always feel whenever I think about stuff like that, I'm like, no, I'm just being an insane conspiracy theorist. But like, come on, man, there's something's happening, right?
Like what? Like how?
I don't know exactly, but there's like 9 different train derailments that all contain deadly chemicals, and like our water's getting polluted. Some plastic company caught on fire in Florida, and now like people are locked down in that area. I feel like this can't all be coincidence. Maybe it is, and God's just like, okay, it's time.
No, it's the government telling us it's time. It's not God.
Yeah, that's the conspiracy theory thing.
Hey, yo, I realize I flooded the entire Earth, but like, come on, guys, calm down. You don't need to try and like outmatch me here.
I don't want. I don't want to make specific predictions because then I will sound like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. But like, something's going on.
Look, it's just another one of those. My favorite conspiracy theory is we're all in hell because the world did end in 2012.
You know, that's a good point. That could be true.
I still love the thing where it's like we're on the shit timeline because they killed the gorilla.
Yeah, they killed Harambe, and that took us to the dark timeline.
God damn, dude. Look, I'm trying not to like go on a full rant, but like there's so much shit that's going on to where it's like, had you done A, this would not have happened.
All we had to do was not kill Harambe. He wasn't even harming that child.
He was actively killing the child.
He was not. He was not. That's not true. He just dragged him a little bit. He wasn't killing him.
I mean, to
Dragged
be
him a little
fair,
bit.
the child should not have been in there in the first place. Did the mother ever get hit with child
The gorilla
endangerment?
I don't think so. The gorilla never
What?
like attacked the child. All he did was like grab it and like drag it around a little bit, and then just like stop. And then they shot him. They were just playing. He was just like,
Playing.
he was just like, "Come on, my new little friend, let's go for a run."
Jesus.
Because there was another kid. I remember the discourse because there was another kid like years prior who fell into a gorilla enclosure, and like the gorilla like cared for the kid, and like saved him or whatever.
See,
But
Harambe was doing God's work there. The kid, natural selection.
That's true. That's true. But I remember the big controversy when like the kid who got saved by the other gorilla said that the Harambe killing was justified, and everybody was like, "Shut up, you're wrong." Harambe wouldn't have harmed that child. I don't think he would have. Harambe was a good man.
God, I love how this podcast either devolves into absolute nonsense of like, people not in our circle will have absolutely no fucking clue what we're talking about, or it devolves into Pokemon.
I don't think me and Colo even finished what our favorite beverage is. Penguin said water. You started to be like, maybe it's Mountain Dew, but like, and then we just never finished that line of thought. And I haven't.
No,
said
I went on
anything.
to the drink that I made, the alcohol drink, and then
that's
we
your
went
favorite
off on
drink?
the alcohol tangent, which was still part of beverages.
That's true. That's true. But we never nailed down what your favorite beverage of all time was. It's the alcoholic beverage that you made. Is the answer?
God, no. I don't know. Like beverages is so. I want to say it's Mountain Dew. It's probably Mountain.
Fair enough.
But like in terms of like alcoholic beverages, it would probably have to be like Labatt Blue. That's like my go-to, or Miller Lite. That is my go-to alcoholic beverage. It's not like the best in the world, but it's really it's not good. It's just beer. It's just a light beer.
It's just beer.
It's a comfort drink. It's what I grew up drinking. So
as for me, there's a lot of beverages that I like a lot. Like I guzzle down soda and like sparkling water and juice. Like there's no tomorrow.
You got the fancy water.
There's a lot of choices, but
there's nothing fancy about sparkling water.
I feel like my answer for this would change constantly, but I think right now my favorite beverage is orange juice. Bro.
Juice?
Wait.
Let me tell you something.
Wait. What kind of orange?
What do you mean? What kind of orange? Like with or without pulp?
Hold on. What brand of orange juice are we talking about?
I don't give a shit about the brand. It's orange
brand
juice.
Matters. The brand matters.
The brand only matters if you're buying like the dollar store gallon orange juice when really it's just like orange Kool-Aid. If you're buying orange juice,
Tropicana orange juice, or are you going Sunny D orange juice? Because those are two separate things.
I don't drink
Sunny D. Is not orange juice.
Sunny D is not orange juice. Sunny D is juice from artificial flavor.
I want to make sure that you're not like, dude, Sunny D is the best orange juice in the world. I want to make sure you're not stupid. I'm looking out for you.
I do like Sunny D a lot, but it's not as good as real orange juice.
I was about to say, I think I'm using Tropicana for the drink that I made tonight.
Tropicana sucks. I hate Tropicana.
What do you mean? Tropicana's the go-to.
But anyway, orange juice, man, let me tell you. It's an early morning. You walked into work. You're tired. You're also a little high. And you buy yourself a nice bottle of orange juice. That shit hits like heaven, dog. It fucking it's the most beautiful experience one can have. Just a nice
Why are you walking into work high?
because I'm depressed and I hate my life, Colo, leave me alone.
We literally had to talk about this on fucking goddamn Monday.
Yeah, we were in DMs and I like said something stupid and then I was like, I'm stoned, I'm sorry. And you're like, why are you stoned at like 11 a.m. on a Monday? And I'm like, I do that all the time. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's not fine. You have a
It's totally
problem.
cool.
You don't
Do
have
you
a
need
problem. It's fine.
Do you need to reach out? Do you need a friend?
I have friends. I'm cool.
Do you need your exit buddy? Have you located your exit buddy?
I'll be your exit buddy.
When you're just gonna give him more.
Fine.
Purple.
It's support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's supporting me by giving me more. Exactly. You know.
Exactly.
That sounds so dangerous, but fine. It does sound interesting though. It's fine.
But yeah, orange juice, even without the without the performance enhancing drugs, orange
I don't think it's performance enhancing.
orange juice, enhancing the performance of the orange juice specifically, not the performance of me.
There you
But
go. That's
but
a better answer.
orange juice in general, it's just so good. It's really good.
So do you like pulp or no pulp?
I'll do either. I prefer no pulp.
Okay, that's fair. Have you had freshly squeezed orange juice?
I don't think I have, but I want some.
You need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit's good. It's a lot of work, but it's good.
I feel like it's the juicing fruits in general is a lot of work.
It is. But, I mean, if you get a juicer, it's not as bad.
How do you even, like... Because I know with orange juice, you just put the orange on the little thing and you like spin it around and it juices it.
Yeah.
How do you do that with like an apple? Because apples are hard. What do you do with that? How do you juice
I've
that?
never juiced an apple.
How do you juice a hard fruit?
Dude, it's apples and oranges. Come on. Have you not heard the saying apples and oranges? It's the same thing.
Apples? I thought it was apples and bananas.
Oranges.
Apples and oranges. It's like it's the saying is it's like apples and oranges. It's the exact
The
same
song is apples and bananas.
Or orange
what
and lemon.
What song are you referencing? Is this
we like to
thing?
eat apples and
bananas.
Oh, I know.
A lot.
Such a great
so much
song.
cocoa melon.
Too much cocoa melon.
Too much.
I got that from like the Wiggles, I think. I don't watch Cocoa Melon.
Penguin, why are you how dare you betray the Bluey fandom by watching Cocoa Melon?
No. Look.
Cocoa Melon is Bluey's greatest rival.
It is!
A battle for generations.
It is! It is the worst show to show children. It is absolutely terrible.
There was Cocoa Melon before there was Bluey.
Yes, but Bluey is far superior.
I don't sit around and watch freaking Cocoa Melon. I sit around and watch Bluey.
Good. Don't reference Cocoa Melon. Cocoa Melon's
dead to us now that Bluey's here.
This podcast supports Bluey, not Cocoa Melon.
This is a strictly anti-Cocoa Melon program.
Look, I'm very, very against Cocoa Melon. I hate when parents do that to their kids. I don't have kids myself, so I have no right to tell them how to parent their kids. However, I'm allowed to have an opinion. Cocoa Melon is terrible for kids, and I am like fully against it. Mainly because it creates short attention kids.
Do we know if Gingy has shown Alex Cocoa Melon? Do we know if
he
we have to
has.
execute
He
him?
probably has.
No. Okay, so forever, Gingy would ask Alex, "Do you want to watch eggs?" And I had no idea what that was. Surprise eggs. And it is worse than Cocoa Melon.
Yes.
Yeah, that is worse than Cocoa Melon.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Did Alex ever watch Bluey?
No.
I don't know. I think that might have been after his time.
We're gonna have to bring Gingy on here and give him a little talking penguin.
Well, Bluey's only been out
Alex is
a few years
6 now. He's gonna watch like
I'm 24 and I love Bluey. It doesn't matter
because you're weird.
It's not weird.
Excuse you. Bluey is high quality.
Who absolutely
This is like
100%
for the same
stand Bluey.
demographic as like Coco Melon and fucking what are some other like really shitty Sesame
Look,
Street isn't shitty,
I
but
cannot
like
tell
that
you.
type of age group.
No, Bluey has made me cry so many times.
Yes. Oh my god, I love
Bluey,
hearing about.
Bluey is literally
Penguin.
Peppa Pig, but with dogs.
It's
Oh,
not.
no,
It is not. It is not. How dare you? You take that back.
It's Peppa Dog.
That is
No.
Peppa Dog. God, I hate Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig has not made kids cry. How dare you?
It
Once
makes me
you-
cry,
once you-
but for different reasons.
Because it's bad.
Yeah.
Look, the only thing Peppa
Dude,
Pig.
have you
the
guys
only
seen the
thing
girl who used to voice Peppa Pig? She is
No.
she's something else. She is of age, to clarify, for those
Is
who
this
don't
what you
know.
do with your day? Get high and look at voice actors.
Listen,
I'm
I
about to
saw-
look her up.
It was like years ago when I was like I was like 18 or something or 17, and she had like her 18th birthday, and there were like news articles about it. And I'm like, damn, the girl who voices fucking Peppa Pig looks really good. That's surprising to me.
Penguin, did I ever? I'm pretty sure I told you. The voice actor for Bandit and Bluey has his own band.
You know what? I would agree with you, but she's British, so I can't.
Yeah, that is kind of gross. That's true.
Damn. But no, we're gonna get Riely to watch. What was it agreed upon? An hour's worth of Bluey, which is
Yeah, I said
the
that I would
perfect
watch
amount for
1
him to-
hour's worth of Bluey, and we could do a podcast about it.
I was about to say, do we get to pick the episodes?
Yes, we do.
All right, guys, look forward to the Bluey episode of Detour Ahead coming soon. I get to spend a whole hour of my existence watching preschool programming.
Speaking of detours, I have to go play Far Cry.
Okay.
Alright, well, Penguin, do you want to plug your shit, or do you just want to disappear into the ether this time?
You can find me at Zardnexella on Twitter. That is Alexander backwards with a Z in front of it. Ta-da!
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
We did
Alright,
it.
well, have fun with your Far Cry, Penguin.
I hopefully will.
You will. You'll
Hopefully
have fun.
could
Far
be.
Cry. Wait, which Far Cry?
6.
Ooh, is it okay? I'm trying not to keep you
It's
too long.
free
but is
this
it good?
weekend. It's free this weekend
Is it? What on what?
for all systems. You just have to go just Google Far Cry 6 free
Ooh,
and you can play.
perfect. Is it good?
It's a really
You like
cool
it?
website called Pirate Bay. You can get Far Cry 6 for free.
Yeah, but you can't pirate it on like your PlayStation. So.
That's true.
So, Penguin, are you enjoying it?
It's I enjoyed Far Cry 5 more, I think.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. That's all. You are free to go. Thank you for
Alright.
coming to Detour Ahead.
Yep.
All right, Riely.
What's up?
Are we going? We're about an hour in. Do you want to continue, or is this a good time to stop?
I think we can stop unless there's anything burning that you want to have a conversation about.
Not really, because now that Penguin's gone, I'm just gonna yell at you for not watching Bluey. So
I'm gonna watch the
kick.
Bluey. I'm gonna watch the Bluey.
You're going
what
to
I-
watch Bluey, and it's great. And I'm gonna send you like TikToks every day. It's gonna be a fantastic time.
I could subject you to this rant I have in my pocket because I do have no other show in which I can talk about this
Is
naturally.
this the
This is a
Power
show-
Rangers rant that you're
Yes.
talking about? That you had to put.
I didn't want to subject Penguin to it, but I will certainly subject you to it. Let me tell you about the weirdest fucking production I've ever seen in my life. So, the original Power Rangers. You got 6 Power Rangers. You got Tommy, Kimberly, Billy, Jason, Zach, and Trini. Now, about a quarter of the way through the second season of Power Rangers, the actors who played Jason, Zach, and Trini were not very thrilled about their paychecks. Because I don't know if you know this, Colo. This is a fucking travesty that this occurred. Power Rangers was not a very moral production during its early years. But, art from artists and all that, I still love it a lot. The original Power Rangers, which were super popular, making so much money, they were everywhere. They were making wages lower than McDonald's employees. The 6 main actors were making McDonald's bucks to play the Power Rangers. And the actors who played Jason, Zach, and Trini were like, we want a little more money for season 2. And they asses got fired. So now the actors who play 3 out of 6 of the main cast are gone. So obviously the solution that eventually did occur, was that 3 new Power Rangers joined the show. Jason, Zach, and Trini were written off, and new Power Rangers named Rocky, Adam, and Aisha were introduced to the team. But it took a while for that to happen, because, like, they were fired or they walked off or something. The story's unclear on that, but, like, they were gone suddenly. So they had to produce episodes before they could recast those Power Rangers. So they had to fucking Frankenstein together stock footage and like shitty imitation voice actors and reused lines. It's the most like distracting shit, because like there's some good written episodes during that period, but then you have like the imitation voice actors that sound nothing like them. In fact, so here's my fan theory, right? This is not confirmed. There were several productions, like movies and shit, in the 80s and 90s that were illegally hiring immigrants to do things in the movie for less pay than they would pay like normal American citizens. I am convinced the actress they got to do the Trini imitation voice acting was one of those cases. Because she's the only one of the 3 whose identity has not been revealed. They were never credited, but in interviews later, they were like, yeah, this is the guy who did Jason, and this is the guy who did Zach. We never found out who did Trini. The girl sounds nothing like Trini. Trini is Thuy Trang, the actress who played Trini. Rest in peace. She died in 2001 in a car crash. She was a good woman. Rest in peace. But she is of Vietnamese descent. But that was not. She didn't have a heavy accent. Like, so her accent would come out on some like trigger words. You know how some people have like accents they try to hide, but then like certain words will bring it back out. That was the case with her. This imitation voice actress they got had the heaviest Asian accent. Sounded like she couldn't speak English. Sounded nothing like Trini. I'm pretty sure they just hired an immigrant.
Oh.
That is my fan theory.
Oh.
But like, it's so weird. It's also really interesting because like this stuff fooled kids. Like they had like body doubles that you would only see from the back. They used like stock footage while they were in their base. And then the voice actors, 2 out of 3 of them weren't even awful. But like it's still noticeable because you've been watching these people so long, they have such like recognizable voices. And these imitation voice actors are like off enough that it's like, what is this? Like Jason, the Red Ranger, has such a unique voice that like the voice actor who played him, I am convinced he did the best he possibly could. That is the closest any human being that is not Austin St. John, the guy who played Jason, can get to being Jason. But it still was so off and awful. It's so interesting to me that they produced it for this long under these circumstances, where it's all just like imitation and fucking smokes and mirrors. And it's so noticeable when you're an adult and you're watching it. And they even did it for longer than they needed to, because I actually respect them for this, because they wanted to like set up Rocky, Adam, and Aisha as characters before they became Power Rangers. So there's like the episode where they get introduced, and then there's a couple more, and then there's the episode where they become Power Rangers. So like during that time, it's all like imitation and smokes and mirrors, and it's so weird. Like, and it's like little hints you can notice too, because Tommy, he was the Green Ranger, and then he became the White Ranger. And they all wear their colors, right? Like anytime they're just like out, they all have like clothes that correspond to their color. Suddenly, Tommy was wearing green again. I wonder why. Because they were using stock footage is the answer. They had to match their clothes to the stock footage they were going to use later.
That sounds terrible. What the fuck?
It's so weird. It's like, oh, Tommy's wearing green again. Jason, Zach, and Trini sound off. I've seen this footage before. It's really weird. And in the early stages, it was funny because like there was like an episode or two where they hadn't. It's gradual because of how the show was produced. They would do like the out of suit, like actual footage of them first, and then they would do the voiceover for like the Power Ranger scenes. So there was early on in this process, there were episodes where Jason, Zach, and Trini were still in them naturally in their human forms, but then they would become Power Rangers and their voices would be off because it was the imitation people. It was such a weird process that the show went through. And it was for like 12 episodes. Like it was so long and so weird. And during like
terrible. What
the first
fuck?
episode where it happened, they hadn't gotten the imitation voice actors yet. So there's scenes where they're just like, you can tell, because like the Power Rangers, obviously they have helmets on. You can't see their mouths move, but they emote in such a way where you can tell when they're talking.
Yeah.
There were scenes in like the first episode where it was affected by them leaving. There are scenes where like Jason and Zach in their morph suits are obviously speaking. They're like emoting, they're moving their arms, they're like saying something to one of the other Rangers, and there's just nothing. They're just like moving their arms like they're talking and just nothing is coming out.
Interesting.
It's so weird that was a whole like fucking 12 episode arc of the show where they were producing it under the conceit that those three characters were still there, but their actors were gone.
Yeah.
It's a weird little production. Power Rangers has a lot of weird production quirks, but I think that's the biggest example of like a real weird one. I don't know. I have to share that knowledge with the world sometimes because it's so silly that it happens. All right, I think I've subjected you to enough. I think we're ready to wrap it up here. So Colo, tell me, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on Twitter as Colo254. You can find me on the YouTubes. I have a brand new video uploaded on the YouTube channel. It has been 2 whole weeks. I missed last week. This was uploaded on Saturday evening. Riely and I battle it out with random box Pokemon that we find. I was testing out not so new capture card that I had, so I wanted to get some Scarlet and Violet content. So go
new to you, the viewers, not new to Colo.
Yeah, new to you, the viewers, but not new to me. I've had it for I've had it since before this podcast started.
Yep.
I have not had a chance to use it. I didn't really want to use it. There wasn't really much to use it for. But look forward to new Scarlet and Violet content coming out on the YouTube channel. Hopefully I'm back to week uploads. So hopefully.
Well, you got like a solid fucking 4 video backlog, so
I do have a solid 4 video backlog. But look out for new Scarlet and Violet content. Some of them are good. Others I would rather not upload so I can make myself look good, but I need content.
Oh, you don't want to upload the one where I absolutely killed you?
That video is probably not going to get released for a couple weeks. Shut the fuck up.
I know. I'm a little spoiler goblin.
Part 1 is probably coming out this upcoming Saturday, so shut up.
Yeah, guys, you're gonna see a 7-minute video hit your feed. I wonder what it's gonna be. Oh wait, no, because we did 2 battles in that video, right? Never mind.
Yeah, part 1 was 1 battle. You lost, and you just no. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing. You lost.
Yeah, we don't have to go through the whole thing. But
shut up! You got me. You sly dog. You got me monologuing.
I got him monologuing, folks.
Anyway. It's Colochu, COLOCHU. Go subscribe. I make good content. I promise.
Sick. Check out the Issue Crew. That's the thing I care about. If you like topic-based discussion podcasts that devolve into nonsense, you're gonna love the Issue Crew. It's me and 5 of my closest internet friends in various combinations each week get together, talk about a topic. The most recent one was about AI. You can check that one out. Our good buddy Mo Diggity, a good, well-known 43-year-old boomer, has been having this mental breakdown about how AI is going to kill us all for a couple weeks now. So we talked to him about that a little bit. And a lot of it was just us making dumb jokes and me being very high, but not in like a bad way. I was just like very goofy the whole time. I think it was a really good episode. You should check it out. The AI episode of The Issue Crew. You can find The Issue Crew at youtube.com/@theissuecrew, anchor.fm/issuecrew, which will have links to the Spotify and Apple feeds, which you can also just find through their search functions by searching The Issue Crew. And that's it. So thank you for listening. I've been Riely.
I have been Kiwo Chu, and as you heard
Howdy,
earlier,
y'all. I've been Penguinmage.
I was going to give her a good write-off. As you heard earlier, that was Penguinmage,
And we'll see you next
and
time.
we have been Detour Ahead.
Bye.